All right, good afternoon, guys. This is gonna be, I believe, like the fourth, fifth episode, if I'm not mistaken. But make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, right hand, left hand, RHLH podcast. We will be tweeting out the Masters and doing some of the UFC fight this Saturday, which the fight starts at 12. So don't forget that. I'm going to go over a couple of my lineups that I have, or should say the main parts that I will be building most of my lineups around. I'll start with the UFC. To see here, so most of my lineups, after I went through them all, I have Vittori, mainly because I always, like I say, I like to have the main event, like those 5 rounds to get stuff done. I think Vittori actually finishes Holland in this fight as well. I like the value. I believe he's at, I want to say 94, 93, 100, if I'm not mistaken. Then a couple under, or at least one underdog pick here. I like Mackenzie Dern against Nina Ansaroff. I think with the time off that Nina had, having the baby, I think she's more motivated than ever. Yes, I do agree. I mean, having kids, I mean, trust me, it comes from experience. I mean, my kids motivate me every day to be better. But I think Mackenzie Dern, she's just been more active. I think she's the better overall fighter in this. I think she gets it done on the ground with a late submission, maybe even a decision on this one. Next is I got Daniel Rodriguez going against Mike Perry. I think this is going to be a slugfest, but don't count out Mike Perry in this fight. He does have that grappling aspect that nobody ever wants to take into account. He can easily take this fight to the ground, submit it if need be. I haven't seen much of Rodriguez's ground game in the past, but I do like Rodriguez coming into this fight. I think there's just a lot going on with Mike Perry. I've read some articles that the weight cut's been going bad for him, that he's considering to move up to middleweight. So those are just signs that I don't like to see if I want to bet on a fighter. I like Daniel Rodriguez in that. Moving on to golf, every lineup that I've built or constructed going into this, and I'm going to play a couple of the millionaire ones, which I normally don't. I usually play in those smaller ones. With 100 people, right around that 150, 200 people is a good sweet spot. But I am, why not? It's the Masters. I figured I'd mix it up a little bit this week. Most of my lineups are going to have Patrick Reed and Rory in them. With that said, he's come into this Masters multiple times. He's had leads going into Sundays, lost them. I think this is the year that he gets it done, completes the Grand Slam for him, gets his first green jacket. So I like Rory to actually win outright. Not on the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what the odds are in him winning. Next is Patrick Reed. He's won here before. This is not the same Masters that they played in November. Like I said in the other podcast, I believe the guys that have the experience in this spring, where the greens are faster, harder, they're going to be it's going to be a tougher course than what they faced back in November. I believe those guys will come out, and you'll see those same names at the top of the list again. Another one is Paul Casey. I just think Paul Casey's playing solid for the value you get him at. I believe he's like 7,000, 7,100. You can't beat that. Paul Casey's. I think he's a solid pick. And then also Corey Connors. A lot of people are sleeping on, or a lot of people are going to have him. I should say not sleeping on him because he is going to be a very popular pick as well. I like Corey Connors at the value you're getting at that. So guys, those are going to be my picks for the week on just, Phil, if you like it, comment on it. If you don't like it, tell me I'm an idiot. I don't care. Just give us some kind of feedback. We love it all. We love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much. Again, we will be tweeting out everything. Follow us on our Twitter account, right hand, left hand, RHLH podcast at Twitter. Enjoy the Masters, enjoy the fights, and we will see you tomorrow.